Hello, I'm SeahawksFan with another Go Battle League video, and we got Shadow Typhlosion. Now we also have Shadow Alligator and a non-Shadow Meganium. Didn't want to use a full Shadow team because I didn't want to build a Shadow Meganium with using a Elite Charge gem, but for now, pretty cool Johto starter team. Got tons of power with two very strong shadow attackers. For Alligator is now very meta, and it helps out making this team quite good. Shadow Claw's a beautiful addition, and Shadow Typhlosion, it just incinerates down so much. And with the versatile Solar Beam, able to get the very, very occasional nuke on a water type. The Skelligurge returns, and they do not want to take the Blast Burn. I do let a full Incinerate go through, but I do get the KO, and that Cresselia is gone. Let's go. We got a Frostlass lead. Beautiful. This Ice type is not going to be able to stay in. Now Jellicent comes in. It's a pretty good thing to pretty nice safe swap, but Meganium is a good counter to this big fish. We get the knockout. Let's go. They bring back the Frostlass, and Frenzy Plant is actually a very nice damage on this Ice type. We're going to bring in the Alligator, getting the energy charged up for what comes in the back. It's another water type. Gonna use my Typhlosion as just a sack swap because, well, we got a little bit of a tricky scenario. Gonna be able to need to grab shields with the Alligator, but we're also going to be able to tank a Hydro Cannon comfortably enough. We're going to be going for the Overcharge. We're able to, actually no, we just throw. But they are gone, and the Frostlass is gone too. Let's go. Now let's see, we have a Raichu, a little Raichu. This thing does not want to take the Incinerates. And they're going to save all the energy. But they've given us a nice target for our Blast Burns. They're going to get a bit of energy, which is pretty handy-dandy for them. And we're going to bring in our Meganium. 2 shield advantage. And we're going to bank up some nice energy. Going to no-shield that Power Punch. And I'm just going to go straight for EQ. I doubt Frenzy Plant would be enough. It may have been. Talonflame in the back, they're going to have some energy. Would have been nice to take a little less damage. And the Meganium, well, but with the double shields, able to comfortably clean up. But this Gator, goodbye Talonflame, goodbye Bird. You're the worst Incinerate user. Now we have a Charger Bug, and we're going to stay in. And we're outpacing in the damage. They throw a move. They're not going to get to a second move. And what is going to take all this energy? It's an Azumarill. Do they expect the Solar Beam? Kaboom! And we're actually in a tricky position. What I should have done is just bring in Meganium after having that Blast Burn saved up. Or shield up that Fly, but I didn't expect them to actually go for the Fly, but I over-predicted and failed. And definitely got wrecked in the end game of the battle, but had to show a Solar Beam one-hit KO. Now, we got a awful lead up against Lantern, but they're actually going to swap into Shadow Dragonair after we stay in, because we were fine sacking the Typhlosion, getting what damage we could. And they give us a beautiful target for Meganium in the back in the end game. They're going to commit both shields and deal with a Alligator. Going to finally shield up the Meganium. And I'm going to be in a good position. Although it's a little tricky with the Jingmo. Don't want to take damage, although I think I'm going to have needed that energy. They didn't throw immediately, and that was me costing myself the battle. Definitely needed that earthquake, and I do not get to it in time before the last charge move is ready. It's fine. It's okay. I lose. No expert. You have a Confusion Cresselia. This confused me a little bit. Don't usually see Confusion, but Blastburn lands. They barely survive. They grab a shield out of me. And I have another Blastburn loaded up. Going to have a Bastiodon, Shadow Typhlosion Blastburn does over half the health on a Bastiodon. Unreal. We have Metachamp and Bastiodon in the back. For Alligator is able to do some nice damage with the Shadow Claw. And Power Punch goes unshielded. Let's go. They're not tricking me. I do land that last Hydro Cannon before getting taken out by the Dino. The Meganium against Bastiodon. Who's gonna win? Gonna go for the Frenzy Plant. Lands. And I get the Vine Whip down. Let's go. My Dino takes the last laugh. We have a newly buffed Shadow Machamp. They're gonna let us get a third Incinerate in. And they go down before a second charge move is up. Ready for them. We have a pretty nice second thing to go up against. Blastburn just too hot for this thing to handle. And Alpha Alligator is going to be able to farm down with the Shadow Claw. We can survive a Shadow Bone even if it is newly buffed. And we have a Frostlass. Going to want to bank a Hydro Cannon, or actually just save the Hydro Cannon. Well, just throw it away. Straight away, because we have the shield. And we are going to Vine Whip down this Ice type. This is actually a very well-balanced team. Now we have Annihilate. Just going to throw the move straight away. We're not going to be able to get a shield and farm down. They save all the energy. I'm going to expect the Shadow Ball, because why would they not? And that's only one move, which has been able to be thrown. I'm going to have a little tricky scenario. Going to get some nice chip. And I hope I caught their play rough. It is just a tad more energy caught, which is very needed. Gonna go straight for EQ. Does this Clouds I expect an EQ? I land it. Let's go. Gonna actually shield up the Sludge Bomb. Gonna go for the knockout with the Frenzy Plant. Oh no, I grabbed the last shield. Now we're gonna be able to clean up with our Alligator. We're going to get the Hydro Cannon knockout, and we are just going to need 2 Hydro Cannons for this bunny. Back-to-back Hydro Cannons. Shadow Claw chipped it enough for the double charge moves to take the bunny out. We have an okay lead up against Gligar. 2 Incinerates is going to equal a Aerial Ace. And we got to watch out for Dig and Aerial Ace in general. That is another Aerial Ace, and we do survive it barely. Hydro Cannon, no, Blast Burn time into the Liquid Tongue. And we're going to grab a shield before we can bring in Meganium. And we still have the Typhlosion as a sack swap. We took a pretty neutral lead to be able to get to an even shields and have some nice energy for what Pokemon comes in. They still want to hold on a shield. They think they need to save it for later. And we do throw after getting a bit more. And the last thing is a Tentacruel. A little unfortunate for me, but I'm able to grab the last shield. And they do not have a move to one-shot my Feraligatr, so I don't need to shield yet. Able to get some nice chip, and I'm going to remove that debuff. Gonna call another Acid Spray, and another Hydro Cannon is enough to clean up this squid. Goodbye. Now let's see. Skarmory, this bird is not equipped to survive the Incinerates. They're getting some nice energy. And I'm just going to shield up and get that Incinerate damage through. I do go over capped energy. It's good enough IVs to force at least a bit extra damage onto me. But Incinerates are bringing this Dragonair down. I do want to save the Typhlosion just in case there's something after this that it could help out with. It's a Dragon Pulse from the Dragonair. I do not expect that. Gonna bring in my Feraligatr. I wasn't sure if I was gonna win CMP ties, so I just wanted to get the knockout, especially with how low the Dragonair was. Now let's see. Next battle we have a Drugalge. Okay. Gotta watch out for the newly buffed Aquatail. Gotta be a little careful. Let's Blast Burn, and then we're gonna be one Incinerate from another Blast Burn. So we just bring in Feraligatr. We do find a Trevenant, and this Trevenant is a goner to the Ice Beam. Kaboom! And we are just going to go for the Hydro Cannons because Drugalge is quite low. They do have some decent energy, and we can just bring in Meganium. Even if it's an Outrage, it's fine. It is only an Aquatail, but not enough to grab my shield. And it is a Talonflame. Blast Burn time to Torch. Now, we did have some nice energy. We finally shield. They should have just... Well, we have this Frenzy Plant to take out the Talonflame. Happy I saved the shield. Let's see, we got a Poliwrath for Alligator, and they bring in Bastiodon. Well, we're going to be in a decent position, able to two-shot with Hydro Cannon from a Shadow Feraligatr. We go for the CMP tie to avoid giving any free energy. And now we are going to bank up some extra energy, a whole move after this. And we bring in Meganium. We know we can survive whatever is thrown and get some nice energy. They have no shields remaining. Bye-bye, Poliwrath. Let's just get the cleanup on this. Clean up on aisle Poliwrath. Clean up on aisle Azumarill. This person was not ready for the smoke of Meganium in the back. Meganium totally just destroying the water types. Now let's see what comes next. It's a Shadow Magnezone. This thing is not built for the fire. And Shadow Poliwrath is a pretty nice safe swap, but Meganium is chonking away. I am fine. keeping the shields. Going to shield up a Scald because it would have done a lot of damage. They do get the defense drop. Going to use some energy. I do still have Typhlosion, which can definitely destroy one Shadow Claw before swapping. Going to throw the energy to grab the last shield. Are they going to get me out? They're going to throw a move. Going to shield up. And I have Blast Burn for that Magnezone. Goodbye, Magnezone. Back to square one, and you're toast. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hit the like button if you did. Subscribe for daily Go Battle League videos. Let me know what other Pokemon you want to see this season. Got lots of exciting stuff and plenty of candies and starters to build new Pokemon. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.